it's Brian here, and so if you're familiar with my channel, you might be able to tell from my bare face. Today we're gonna do a get ready with me type of video. Recently, it might be my last video now. I don't know when I'll be uploading this and that, but one of my last videos was me announcing how Yona the Dawn is finally getting another season after I believe it was 11 years, because the manga actually just finished as well. So I thought I'd put on some makeup here and chat about how excited I am for it, because honestly I am ecstatic for this, because not having a second season is one thing about Yona of the Dawn that just like destroyed me, and like hearing this news I couldn't believe it, and I'm so excited. I will be focusing on the anime more, but I have read the manga. I should start putting on makeup. But I have read the manga. I'm not finished it yet. I'm pretty far along, and yeah, I'm really curious to see how this is gonna end. I won't be waiting to watch the anime before finishing the manga, I imagine. But yeah, let's get into my makeup first. So I bought this. This was on clear out at Shoppers. This is the Essence, a lovely affordable brand. It is their Magic Filter Glow Booster, so I'm kind of just gonna use this as like a primer, if you will, to give me a little bit of glowy skin. They had different colors. I just grabbed whatever one that I thought would work for me. Oh, what? Is it a drop? Oh, it's a spray. It's a spray. All right, this isn't the most hygienic, but I can't be bothered, so I am just gonna scoop some into my hand. Let's see what this does to my, oh wow, that is thick. Okay, so I kind of smells weird. But yeah, I'm planning on finishing the manga once it gets translated into English. But yeah, I don't know if this was all done on purpose, because now they have all the material to focus on the anime. I hope that they do finish the anime, like give it like the manga ending, whatever that ending is that I don't know about. Normally I'm all for spoilers, but don't tell me. Don't tell me about these ones. All right, so my hands are very glowy. I'm just gonna take a look at my face. I guess I have a little bit of glow to me. Oh, I should turn up the lighting. Not me wondering why I could barely see, and it's because I didn't have my lighting on all the way, because this is a smart light, so I can control it all from my phone. But yeah, hopefully this is better now. But all right, so if you're unfamiliar with Yona of the Dawn, I honestly, okay, this is gonna be a chatty video. I recommend getting a tea or something. Because I remember the first time I ever saw like the picture for Yona the Dawn, I was instantly drawn into it. But for some reason, I just never watched it. And then, was it during COVID? I want to say maybe before COVID or during COVID, I decided to pick it up. And I have no regrets. It was one that I've watched more than once. And because of how much I enjoyed the anime, I started the manga, because I'm almost positive I watched the anime before starting the manga. And so if you're unfamiliar with Yona the Dawn, it is a fantasy historical adventure anime slash manga. I will probably just use the two either way. I think I'm getting my psoriasis back here because this is stinging. So I am debating maybe not doing as much of a fun eyeshadow look, just because my psoriasis is usually on my eyelids and around my eye area, and I don't really want it to flare up right now. But I wanted to sit down and film this video because I want to find all the Yona of the Dawn lovers before the anime comes out. Or continues, you know what I mean. There is some romance, like romance I guess plays a factor, but it's very much like a secondary plot. The main character, I'm gonna do my best not to include spoilers, just because I feel like this might be a new anime slash manga for some people. Once it comes out, people will just see it and be intrigued by it if they haven't seen it already. And so romance is a bit of a plot. The female lead does have a huge crush slash is in love with someone. I think she's like 16 or something. So she's very naive, very immature, but it is an anime that takes on a very dark note very quickly. I of course love the male lead, I guess one of the male leads, because there are quite a few important characters in this anime. I will say the two that you meet right off the start is who I'm going to be considering being like the male lead and the male lead and the main female lead. But I think that's just something that drew me in, because I want to say all the drama goes down like in the first episode. Maybe? I don't know. It's been so long since I've watched this, and so long since I've read it as well. But It gets so intense so quickly. I will warn you, if you don't like very whiny characters, the female lead might put you off a little bit at the beginning. She is very whiny because, like I said, she's very young, she's very naive, she is a princess, that's not a spoiler. And so because of that, she's not aware of what like the outside world actually is, because her father really tries to shield her from the world for dark reasons. I'm gonna use this fiery red lipstick as blush. I've done it before in the past in one of my other get ready with me, ooh, that's a lot, but with one of my other get ready with me videos. But I find it's really suiting for this one because if you have seen pictures of this anime, if you're unfamiliar with it, and if you've read the manga, if you are familiar with it, the female lead's fiery crimson hair is a huge like point of the story. So I'm gonna try to do more of a warm like makeup look, just because it kind of draws into what we're gonna be chatting about, slash what I'm gonna be chatting about and you guys are possibly listening to maybe in sped up, because I wouldn't blame you if you sped it up, because I really ramble, I'm all over the place. If you want a very like clear, concise review of this anime, I'm not your girl, unfortunately. I love to ramble, I love to chat, I like to pretend that we are in a room together like two teenage girls back in the early 2000s doing your makeup, talking about random things. That's just me. Oh my goodness, oh, this psoriasis. I should have did this on another day. I know I'm gonna regret this. The art style though, whoo, it's such a great art style. I am such a sucker for art style. If I don't like it, odds are I will not be drawn into the anime. It just really has to catch my eye or I'm not into it. Like, it's just... And I love this art style. The male lead, or who I am referring to when I say the male lead, Hawk. His art style, chef's kiss. He has that dark hair going on, which I love. I think he has blue eyes, if I'm remembering correctly. It's been a little while. I also love another one of the male characters. His name's Jaha. Love him too. I love his like flamboyant, like flirty, like just fun personality. Those two are such characters that drew me into this that I really enjoy. And if I keep looking up, by the way guys, I'm actually just using my bathroom mirror because as you can see behind me, my bathroom still isn't completely finished, but I love the tiles in the back. This pole has to get put up, but I want to paint it gold. Originally, I wanted to get new, so I have a clawfoot tub, which is what's behind me right here. And we repainted the actual little feet part because there were 7 layers of paint on it. It didn't even look like a claw. We did not know that at the time. But yeah, so we repainted that. I want to repaint this because they clearly repainted it when they were putting this house up for sale and they didn't do the greatest job. So I want to get that redone. But we don't really use this bathtub anyways. Like right now it's not hooked up because of the renovations happening. Got it. I told you guys, I trail off. But yeah, I was originally going to buy a new one of these because it's a shower head and it's a bathtub. So I was looking at ones, I wasn't really sure the exact name of it. And I found one on Wayfair and it was like $1,000 to get a gold one. And you know what? That's just a little too much for me. So I'm just going to spray paint it. And I already have the spray paint. It's just winter right now. And so it's kind of hard to do that. But I'm planning on getting I'm planning on getting this tub hooked up really soon, so I really do have to do this soon. And yeah, and then I'm thinking of probably filming in this bathroom from now on just because I am obsessed with this tile. We are doing other renovations, but not this year. The only renovation I want to do this year is I have to do a back porch. It doesn't have a railing. And I have 2 little children and one will probably be walking. So I need to get that done, but that won't be till like the spring and summer. And I also want to plan a trip. So I'm trying to figure out my funds. But if you guys want to see like a renovation video, I've kind of started one for the bathroom. I want to see what the clips look like because I haven't put any of them together. But I won't probably finish it, post it maybe until the bathroom's done. But we'll see. We'll see what we have. But my brother is the one helping me with the renovations and he's hoping to come next week. So who knows? If you guys want to see a renovation video, love to do it. I've had this house for over a year now. The bathroom's been the first biggest thing we're getting done. It's completely different now. Like not completely, but it looks way better. It was very basic, very plain. But yeah, love it now. And then I think then we're gonna do the porches. I want to just paint the front porch and the basement is a big project. It's unfinished and I've always grown up with finished basements, so I really just don't like the look of it. But that's like, it's so minor, it's so gradual. Right now we're using it as storage, so it's a disaster down there. So I think the next thing will be the kitchen. They clearly redid it when they were planning on selling this kitchen. So it is just some minor things that I want to change, but I feel like it will be expensive. Like I don't need new cabinets or anything, but I want to take out the countertops and I want to do the flooring. I think that's about it though. So it shouldn't be too pricey, but our sink is built into our countertop, so that means I have to get a new sink, but I do want a new one anyways. And I'm trailing off, so let's go back to what you guys are here for, which is the anime. All right, I've never actually tried this highlighter, but it looks really pretty. I'm trying to use up a bunch of makeup that I have just because I have way too much from back in the day of watching all the influencers. But anyways, let's see. I think I've talked about how the female lead is very whiny. She's not very mature. She's very naive to the world. And so because of that, she might not be for everyone, but at the same time, because of that as well, she has a lot of character development and it's incredible. Like, I'd say Yona the Dawn is probably high up there in my favorite anime that I've ever watched. Inuyasha is definitely up there. Sailor Moon, I feel like, is up there, but that's just because, like, a nostalgia thing. I grew up watching Sailor Moon, so technically, like, it was one of my first anime, but I also was probably, like, 5 at the time. So if just so you're getting, like, a gist of kind of anime that I like, and why I like Yona the Dawn so much, I will say I think I do favor anime with female leads a little bit more. I find them a little bit more relatable. But yeah, I'm gonna use this palette, which I've only used a handful of times, but it has this color called Rogue. So again, it kind of goes back to her crimson hair. And if you've watched the anime or read the manga, Rogue is kind of really fitting for her character. So let's just talk about Yona a bit without holy crap. All right, that is the second time I've filmed a video with really pigmented stuff. Let's try not to overdo this. So I've been pretty vague, but we're gonna talk about the main character a bit. So her name is Yona, like I said. I think she's like 16 or so. I wanna say it starts off with her birthday taking place, and she wants to tell this person that she has feelings for them. I'm gonna try to be very minimal with the spoilers in that. And when she goes to do that, it all just really goes downhill. The relationship wouldn't really be, it would be frowned on, and a lot of dark things just happen from there. She ends up being thrown out. She has to escape her castle. This does take place back in like the feudal era, maybe. Like, it takes place back in the day. And so she kind of has to go into hiding, and she goes into hiding with who I'm referring to as the main male lead. And he also is like her childhood friend, so they know each other really well. And so because of how she's thrown out of her kingdom, she really has to learn what it's like to not be a princess, to not live hidden in the castle, because her father really shielded her away. And so that's like where you get all that character growth, and that just makes her turn into a really strong main character that I feel like you really learn to enjoy. Again, I'm not someone that really enjoys whiny main characters, so at the beginning I was a little nervous because it's her birthday, she's whiny, and yeah, but no, it's so good. I'm not sure who writes this anime/manga, but whoever did it did such a great job. All right, so my eyes kind of have like a little bit of a crimsonness to it, just to try to stay on like the topic. It is more of a fantasy as well. There's some, I don't want to say magic because I don't think there's any magic per se, but there are dragons and they kind of have like powers and everything. Actually, yeah, I'm gonna say it's magical and that it's very supernatural in that sense, but I think it's a really enjoyable anime. I think males will like it, I think females will like it. I think you have Eye Candy, aka Hawk, which really just sold it for me personally. Also, another incredible thing about it that I just thought of, the soundtrack. The soundtrack is so beautiful. I have some on my Spotify because it's instrumentals, but I love listening to it that much. The one that I can think of that I know is on my Spotify is Jaha's Lullaby or something like that. And I'm not sure exactly. I don't want to say for sure because I'm not 100% sure, but so he plays an instrument in it. I believe it is a real traditional Asian instrument, and it's beautiful. It's like a little, I should know the name, but it's almost like a little guitar. That's really simplifying it. That's not what it is, but it's so beautiful when he plays it in the anime that I love it. Another soundtrack that I love that isn't related to this, it's not even technically like an anime, but is the soundtrack from Final Fantasy X. I also have that on my Spotify when I want to relax and unwind, because again, instrumentals that just are so beautiful. I have to go grab a lip product first, but we're gonna chat a little bit more. I feel like this wasn't really a super on theme chatty video. I kind of got trailed off about the home renovations, but the reason I wanted to sit down and film this video was because the fact that, like I mentioned at the very beginning, season 2 has been announced and I am so ecstatic for it. There's no information yet, so my guess it's probably going to release if it does release next year, the end of next year. So next year, oh my god, I'm filming this in 2026. Hi. So the very end, I feel like it's probably going to release the very end of this year or the beginning of 2027, which is such a long wait, but I hope that like it gets the recognition, that it deserves. But yeah, I'm gonna grab a lip product really quickly. I grabbed a few because I feel like this is dried out, but oh my god, again, sorry everyone, I'm all over the place. I have not chatted much today because I've been a very depresso, if you will. But I have this Coco K Kylie lip kit, and I swear I saw on Giant Tiger they had dupes for the Kylie lip kits. Let's just pop this on. And you know, it's actually not dried out. But Giant Tiger had dupes, like I said, I think already, for the Kylie lip kits. And one was $3.50 and one was only $6. But so I grabbed them, so I want to try them. Especially since it's so funny because lately everyone's saying 2026 will be 2016 all over again, which was such a great year for most people. So yeah, I want to try them out because I used to use these all the time and I'm very, very curious. But also I was told that apparently some Shoppers Drug Marts had them on sale, like the Kylie lip kits for only $6 as well, which like, I would have bought them. But yeah, so this is the finished look. But yeah, it's a pretty simple look. Like I kept it pretty basic because like I said, my eyeball area is very, very sensitive right now. But I wanted to take advantage of filming this video since it's quiet in my house. I'm home alone. And yeah, and I'm just very, very excited. Like I've already filmed the one Yona of the Dawn video and now I'm excited to post this one. And like, I want to find the community. Like at one point, the reason that I don't have a lot of followers, before anyone thinks I'm saying I do, but all my followers I got was because it was during COVID with Fruits Basket. That's when Fruits Basket was released and I was obsessed with it. I was posting the spoiler photos for the next episode and it kind of popped up my channel a bit, and also it was COVID so everyone was online. But yeah, like that. So I found that Fruits Basket community, which is another anime obsessed with. Again, I'd say it's up there with Inuyasha, Yona of the Dawn. Completely different type of story. Also kind of magical though. But yeah, like I kind of want to find my community for YouTube. I want to post more and that, and anime is one thing that kind of brings back a spark in my life, if that makes sense. It's something I am pretty passionate about because I feel like growing up, I never really chatted about it because anime just wasn't the thing. And then after COVID, I feel like everyone was watching anime and like it picked up, which I'm happy to hear and happy to see because yeah, anime is just something that's always made me happy. And I've kind of said this year, like I haven't made any New Year's resolution goals or anything because I feel like we all do that and like it does nothing. But one thing is like I want to get my spark back. And I feel like, so I've had 2 children now, which I don't really post anything about on YouTube. But because of that, it can just really mentally drain you and physically drain you, and it's just a lot. And so I find that I don't have that spark that I used to have, especially if you go through my Instagram photos, and that because your life just changes so drastically. So I've made like 2026 my goal to find my spark back. And one thing that makes me really, really happy is posting these YouTube videos and chatting about anime that I really, really enjoy, and Yona of the Dawn is one of them. So yeah, I feel like this was a very more personal get ready with me. Like, yes, I did talk about Yona of the Dawn. I talked about like the plot and that without spoiling it too much. I kind of inspired my makeup by it, my very simple makeup look by it. But I feel like this was just more of a personal get ready with me. So hopefully you guys don't mind. Hopefully if you guys have watched my YouTube videos before, this doesn't bother you so much. Normally, if you are new to my channel, I do talk about the anime a little bit more. I talk about all the things I like, maybe things I don't like. But yeah, I feel like that would have been a little bit harder with this anime because this is such like a nostalgia based anime for, not even nostalgia. It literally came out like, okay, it didn't come out, but I watched it like 6 years ago. But yeah, hopefully you guys enjoyed a little bit more of a personal perspective on me. And if you guys do want to get to know me a little bit more personal, I probably will. Again, I'm going to look at all the videos I have of the bathroom and maybe I'll post like a renovation type video. If I do it in one, then it will just be one video. If I break it into 2 parts, I might do 2. I'll probably do 1 just because it's a small bathroom. There's really not much to post. But it has made big changes to it because you could tell, I believe personally, they just kind of staged this, mocked it up really quickly, fixed it up to sell this house. and I just wanted to give it a little bit more of a personality. But yeah, hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, like, subscribe, comment, all that fun stuff down below. It really helps out my channel and motivates me to post more. And yeah, I hope you guys are having a great day or had a great day. I hope you guys are having a great new year because, again, we're like 2 weeks into the new year now when I'm filming this. And hopefully I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye, guys.